Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your As Above, So Below tarot reading. If this message resonates or is helpful for your situation, please feel free to like the video or comment below. Also, if you'd like future messages, you can feel free to subscribe to the channel. Everyone's always welcome, and I upload messages daily. So, Capricorn, the messages here on YouTube are general. They're not going to resonate every time with every person. Feel free to check other signs within your birth chart. It's really about the title. So if there's something in the title that resonates, then there's most likely something here in the message. So, Capricorn. I try to shuffle on camera for you guys, but it's kind of hard to bend over like that for me. I have to sit up straight. My back. Fragment. High Priestess of Earth. Ooh. Honesty. So, Capricorn, Fragment talks about not being able to see the whole picture, only being able to see a small part of it, a fragment of it. High Priestess of Earth is choosing to take care of yourself, self-preservation, self-care, but this is more aesthetic. So beauty, spa days, bubble baths, just making yourself feel good. Okay, because I get the sense that this not knowing is bothering you. So focus on yourself, focus on healing, focus on beauty, meditation, getting grounded, everything that makes you feel good inside for yourself. And then honesty symbolizes clear and honest communication. But in order to have clear and honest communication, Capricorn, you're going to have to get clear within yourself. Okay? So again, focusing comes back to the High Priestess of Earth, focusing on self-care, self-healing, self-worth, which is pretty much what the Sagittarius reading was just about. Okay? But really focusing on gaining clarity within yourself. Once you're clear within yourself and know where you belong and where you fit, that's when you're going to be able to see the bigger picture. So let's see what the tarot has to say about this. Most important message for Capricorn, Spirit. What does Capricorn need to see? This As Above, So Below tarot reading. So we're going to do 5 piles, 5 stacks. I'm going to go through and delve them out. It's going to be in what to prepare for, what to embrace, advice for the future, what to release, and new pathways. Once I go around 3 times, then I will dive into the readings. So let's get started. While I'm putting the cards out, I usually will get messages or will hear certain things. So it's not just going to be silent. There is a completion of a cycle happening, however. I can see that already. And there's been a lot of sadness, a lot of heartache, Capricorn, in your past. I feel like there was some betrayal. There's some conflict, a sense of loss. Let your intuition guide you, okay? Let your intuition guide you. So, one more round. There may be some family conflict that you're going through that needs to be released. I love when these cards, they kind of easily align. It makes the readings easy. Whee. Oh, okay. Well, we don't need all of them. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, what we have here, Capricorn. I keep looking over at my timer, and I'm just going to stop the timer because it's almost out. I timed these videos for 15 minutes, and these as above, so below readings have been going over, so I'm just not looking at the timer. It's very distracting. So, Capricorn, the first stack is prepare. What's preparing you, what this is preparing you for, maybe what you've gone through to prepare you for the future, what your strength is coming from. Okay, we have the Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and the King of Swords. So what I see here, Capricorn, is you've been through a lot of heartache, a lot of conflict, a lot of pain, maybe even some regret. Okay, I feel like you are trying to move away from all of this energy. You're trying to release. But I feel like, because with the Five of Swords, this is somebody who keeps looking back for reassurance, okay? And if you notice the people in the background, they're not even paying attention. They don't even care what's going on. So in some decks, this could symbolize that these people that you've moved away from, that this conflict that you've been trying to heal from, I feel like this is affecting you more than it's affecting these other people. Okay, I feel like you are feeling it, you're hurting, you keep going through it, you keep bringing it up, and they've already moved on with their life. They're already have another situation that they're worried about or focused on, and this keeps you stuck in this heartache energy. Okay, there's a need to just stay the course. Okay, don't look back. Just stay the course, focus on yourself, focus on what it is that Capricorn needs. The King of Swords is also a goal-orientated, business-minded person. This is also a lot of air energy, right? So this could symbolize that there may be an air sign that's coming into your life to help you through this. But being more tactical, being more decisive, right? I feel like making a decision to move forward and not looking back is the sense that I'm getting here. Because this looking back to see if they're focused on you or worried about you, even though it's all in a good space, Capricorn, it's still operating from a lack perspective, from a I need this person's validation. And really, you don't need anybody's validation. I feel like you know what you have going on for you. You know where you're headed. You just need to stay the course. Okay? Now, embrace this life. What's going on right now? Okay. There's a completion of a cycle that's happening. We can already see this by what's going on here. I feel like once you make this decision and stick with it, that's when you're going to start seeing positive things coming in, maybe even partnerships aligning easier for you. I feel like there's a higher sense of knowing as well. With the Hierophant here, this card also symbolizes being brought closer to your soul's purpose. So I feel like what you're going through is teaching you a lot about yourself, okay? A lot about where you stand with yourself, what you still need to work on. Now, the Four of Cups in reverse. This card, it symbolizes new motivation, okay? Newfound energy, right? Because the Four of Cups in the upright is boredom. It's lack perspective. And most of the cards, when they're in the reverse position, it means the opposite. What I'm getting the sense here is releasing this and not focusing on this past, but staying the course and focusing on your future. It's going to give you this newfound motivation, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be times where you're going to think about the past. Don't beat yourself up for that. It's not a mistake. Everything happens for a reason. You're not making mistakes by looking in the past, okay? You're just looking back too much right now. And it's taking the energy that you could be using on your future. So while these other people aren't even paying attention to you, focus on building yourself up, building a business, getting into a new career, finding your passion, what it is that you truly desire, you truly want. I feel like this relationship was very tumultuous, very dramatic, okay? Sometimes when we are in these types of relationships, we are still, even though we're strong for moving forward, there are going to be times where we're, you know, we reminisce. Okay, what if this, what if that, what if this would have turned out a different way? Everything happens for a reason. So there's something that triggered you to think like that. Maybe an aroma or maybe a place that you're in that reminds you of this past relationship. These things are brought up at those times for you to work through these emotions. So try to seek the underlying message in the feelings that you're feeling. Okay? Now, the advice for the future, Capricorn. The Empress, the Star, and the Six of Staffs. I really get the sense that this is like an influencer. Okay, because the Six of Staffs is somebody who's recognized, rewarded. In some decks, it does symbolize being influential to people. The Star card is intuition. It's fate. It's success, balance. And then the Empress is like the higher than the Queen. You know, it's somebody who is on her throne and ruling her kingdom, ruling over all of her constituents. I really get the sense here, Capricorn, that you're moving into this very rewarding time. You may be very influential over people, maybe in an influential career, or maybe you're an influencer on social media. Maybe you have a YouTube channel that's going to take off or has already taken off. You very well could be some type of reader or some type of astrologer that has this type of channel, okay? But I really get the sense the advice for the future is that's where your focus needs to be, okay? Getting that figured out, getting that organized, getting everything into place, because this is going to take off and you're wasting your energy on things that don't even matter. Let me back that up. Not that they don't matter, okay? But they don't matter as much anymore. So there's almost a need. The Hangman didn't come out, but there's really a need here, Capricorn, to change your perspective. Now, what to release? Page of Cups, 10 of Coins in reverse, and 4 of Coins. So there may be some type of new relationship that you're in for shits and giggles. There's a need to release this. Okay, this either it's a fresh relationship or a small offer in love. Okay, something petty, like we can see each other one day a week, something like that. Okay, release anything that is taking your energy. Okay, that's taking energy that you could be using on your channel. Also, there's a need to heal this family conflict. Okay, it's holding you back. And I'm not saying you're gonna be best friends. Maybe you're gonna make amends and not even talk again. But there is a need to gain clarity in this family conflict. I feel like this family conflict is why you're withholding. But there is a need to be more open with your emotions, especially. Be more open-hearted. Now, the last 3 cards, the new path. All major arcana. And again, High Priestess and Temperance. There's definitely something influential. I feel like you may be an intuitive person, an empath, something along those lines that are helping people spiritually. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, I feel like you may be a Reiki practitioner or something along those lines. The energy that I'm picking up is a person that's either have these skills already or working to acquire these skills. This is where your focus needs to be. Okay, if you notice, all of this whole side is positive, influencing. You have the Star and the Sun, High Priestess and the Empress, and Temperance. This spirituality business that you're either creating or in, this is where it's at. Okay, so try and release any people, places, and things that aren't serving, people that have ill feelings towards what you're doing. This could potentially be somebody who is maybe religious and telling you that reading cards is the devil or whatever the case may be. That's a very judgmental perspective. It's also a very low vibrational perspective as well, kind of 3D-ish, not really functioning from an open mind and open heart. Okay, if this is a family member, that doesn't mean that you're going to be mean and standoffish. That's not how us spiritual advisors carry ourselves, I don't think. Because for me, I have people that don't really agree with me doing tarot cards. I come from a very religious family and none of them agree with what I do. But they can't really say anything because they don't pay my bills and they don't enjoy the things that I enjoy. We are different people. I have an open mind enough to accept that and to say we have our different belief systems, but we can still be cordial. We can still be friendly. We don't have to, we can coexist. Okay. And some people think that they need to beat the devil out or do whatever the case may be. Everybody has their different perspective, okay? But there is a need to distance yourself from these energies, because what they're thinking, their words are going to affect your perspective on what you're doing. And it's going to keep you in this lack mindset. Okay? Release people, places, and things that are no longer serving, people that have any negative things to say about what you're doing or what you enjoy, where you're heading, right? Do what's best for Capricorn is ultimately what it comes down to. Do what's best for you. I do see that you're releasing a lot of things. That's why the World card is coming up. You are coming to a completion of a cycle. I feel like once you heal yourself, as I was saying with the Oracle cards, once you have this clarity within yourself and you understand where you stand and the part that you play in people's lives as well as within yourself, that's when you're going to be able to see the bigger picture. Focus on what you want, Capricorn, and what's best for you. So. Spiritual understanding, sensitivity, and beloved one. One thing I am sensing here is a need to release this past karmic relationship, because you're making room for a new spiritual soulmate. Now, I do get the sense with these first two cards, spiritual understanding and sensitivity, that you may very well be an empath or an intuitive person, a reader, a psychic, an astrologer, somebody who is very influential, a Reiki practitioner, somebody who is going to be very influential among people. Okay, I also get the sense that you are going to bring in balance and healing to a lot of people. So focus on that. Focus on whatever it is. If you're a caregiver, if you're maybe you're deal with cards, psychic, helping people with their self-discovery, self-healing journey. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're working towards, focus on that and release anything that's not aligning with that. Okay? So that is the message that I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.